Hey, good morning, everybody. So it's day two, this hotel life up here in Natchitoches. I gotta be honest, I don't like it. I'm ready to get back home to Albany, get in my bed, see my wife and kids. I used to like to travel when I used to work. It was fun, but now I'm just ready to go home. I feel like I've been here 2 months, been here 2 days. But anyway, so I was reading this morning in my devotional about divine partnerships, divine relationships. I think it's so important in our lives, right? People we hang out with, people we marry. The person we marry is especially important, obviously, because you spend most of your time with that person. You spend your life with that person. You have kids with that person. You raise kids with that person. You foster the next generation, together with that person. So not only are you affecting your life immediately, but you're affecting your kids' life, grandchildren. Because the way you raise your kids, it affects generations to come, right? So it's super important that you marry the right person. You marry the person that God has for you to marry. Your friends, this is one of the things that I've struggled with. Always hung out with the wrong people. And when I say that, I'm not saying that those are bad people. Again, I've talked about this before. Just maybe bad for you at that time in your life. Okay, probably bad for each other more than anything. But I've noticed if I hang out with somebody long enough, I'll start talking or saying the things they say, or talking like they talk, using mannerisms they use. So if you hang around somebody long enough, you start talking like them, eventually you'll act like them, or they'll act like you, whatever the case may be. So, the people that we choose to surround ourselves with is super important. It's important for our spiritual growth and theirs. It's not just about us, right? It's about them too. How are we affecting them? So, are you leading people in the right way or the wrong way? So just pay attention to who you're around. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person or they're a bad person. It just may be different times in your lives where you shouldn't be hanging out. When Taylor did his devotional for me the other day, and you talked about me and him reconnecting, and that, like he said, it was a God thing, right? Maybe 5 years ago, it wouldn't have been a good thing. We're at different points in our lives now, and I feel like God's using both of us. So, He reconnected us for a purpose. I believe that. I truly believe that. So this morning, just kind of think about your circle, who you surround yourself with. It's, like I said, it's super important. It affects you more than you know. So just pray about that. Like I said before, pray about everything. You can never pray too much. That's for sure. And you don't have to go. Like I said, you don't have to say, hold on, give me 5 minutes and leave and go, go in a room and kneel down. You could just cry out to God right where you are. God, is this your plan for my life? Is this person somebody you want in my life at this time? You say it out loud. You can say it to yourself. It just takes a minute. But just focus on divine relationships today. Who those divine relationships are in your life and who they aren't. Especially with our spouse or significant other. A lot of times we base that off lust or appearance or whatever the case may be. how that person makes us feel, but do we really seek God's counsel on it? I think that's why we end up in divorce so much, among other reasons. But I think that's one of the main ones, is because a lot of us are marrying people that God didn't intend for us to marry. So just be praying about that. I think it's super important, who we have in our lives. And God will lead you in the right direction on the relationships that are divine and relationships that are doomed, I guess. It's a good way to put it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Should be back at home tomorrow. Thank goodness. And back in my comfort zone, I guess. So I love y'all. Subscribe to the page if you hadn't. Give it a like. See y'all in the morning.